Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Farthest Frontier. So we are busy doing a ton of different things all over the show, but I think the most pressing one is for us to expand our food supply straight away ASAP. And I think we can put another farm field in here. And this guy's just been finished. So let's really pause it just for a second while we quickly have a look. So this guy, if you can very much please, let's just get some medicinal roots, right? So the forager cultivation will be medicinal roots. So he will grow his own, their own roots here so that we at least have a bit of a supply of that going on. Similarly, we are upgrading some other ones, but we do need to, improve a few of our different supply strategies. And I'm just thinking we now have this road. Well, we'll need to run this road like so, and what we'll need to do is just provide ourselves with an extra kind of gate into this kind of whole defense thing here. We will flip it around that way and put it in there, and well, basically we'll grab the road, put it in there, and so we've got a bit of a gate over on this side also. So slowly make our way over this way. Now, what we also want to do is we want to come and build something up in this part of the world here. We want this clay production, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to immediately send some people up here to come and gather these resources. So what we want is the deep clay pit, though, right? We want the deep clay mine. It's going to cost us the ingots, which I don't really like. We're going to put a road out from here all the way. Let me just see, where is my town? Yeah, it's a pretty tough little road, this. Okay, so now we've got a road going all the way out there. We can do some fishing and things over here if we wanted to. And basically it's going up all the way into this area. Now, let's just pause it for a second. Again, I know not all of the pausing all the time. But what we want is a stockyard, right, to kind of manage the clay. So we'll do that. And we want a well. So from a resources perspective, we definitely want a well in this location. I think that's going to be reasonably sound. There we go. And we also want a shelter, maybe even a couple of shelters, but we'll start off with a single shelter over here. And then what we could do is we could do a forager and a hunter and these kind of things, just to make sure there's a little bit more going on in this area. So if we go to maybe food production, we'll grab ourselves a hunting cabin to help support this area, and we'll also grab a forager right there. And did we want anything else? I think that we'll just start with that. So let's get those items built. Okay, fine. So let's move this out of the way, and we'll pop in here to see what is on sale. Oh, ho, ho. And we can sell a bunch of this. So let's move and let's get this up to 250 at least. And we will go ahead and buy this one, please. Thank you. So knowledge has been generated. So let's have a look. So where is the whole knowledge thing? I can get it over here. No, I can get it over there. And we were going down this route of drought tolerance and things. And this is a yield from grain crops, which would also be good. So let's conclude that one. So now we've got 50% resistance to heat and drought, which is very good for us. I think that should help us out. We can immediately see additional food there. Not because of this decision, but we've bounced back a little bit from the situation we were in. Let's just get this rat catcher to catch some rats if at all possible. Oh, animals. Yeah, lots of animals, right? I don't think we've got rat problems everywhere. Let's go down here. So let's do a little bit of that. Clean up over there. Yeah, we've got these little lookout towers doing their thing. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape, really. Yeah, this is still being built. Yeah, I do want us to increase our food things, right? Where is this? I just want to keep an eye out on this. This is a boar. That's okay. The boar wouldn't be... It's not going to be too bad. But anyway, we're going to start this construction activities over here. So working on it, right? Working on it. And I'm kind of wondering, yeah, I think now I need to bring in this the rest of these defenses, right? So let's just bring them back. We want... No, I keep getting the wrong stuff here. Roads and fences, decorations. No, with defenses. Defenses, we'll grab that and we'll get up all the way to there. And then what I want is, again, that one is just so elusive. We'll do that. We'll make sure that we extend our fence up there. And then the plan would be that we kind of run it in there. Beautiful. That's going to tie in quite nicely. Okay, so that will finish off our fence line, right? Now, if we pop in here, we are selling 2,500. Yeah, let's sell that. That's okay. That's a good little reasonable number. Was there anything we wanted to buy here? I don't think so. So let's go to Trader 2, see what we have on offer there. We've got clothing. We've got this. We've got that. I'm so happy with the amount of stuff that we've got, to be honest. I feel so comfortable with it. We can make so much more soap considering all of this stuff in inventory. And they would buy roots from us, but that's something that we've got in limited supply. So really, there's not much that we'd be after from this perspective right here. I mean, we can try and pick up more of their money, but I think we're absolutely fine. I mean, we've got over 20,000 there. This is maybe a little bit this way, that way, but I think we're in reasonable shape. So we'll do that. Now, let's quickly have a look. While we're here, let's have a look at some of the other amenity buildings that we may have. So the Guildhall manages the industries and services within the settlement, consuming paper to improve efficiency. So I'm thinking, let's build the Guildhall as part of this spot right here, but it's taking our bricks, guys. So I think I'm going to hold off until I go to tier 3, and we can't continue to build all of this stuff that's costing us bricks, right? So that's a bit of a problem. Let's just quickly pop in to see any other foragers around. Just want to make sure all of our... Oh, this is a forestry camp. Okay, so I've built this one, but in reality, what we need to do is we need to actually... Ooh, what's happened there? Requires additional housing to support a larger population. Understood, guys, understood. So we're busy cleaning that one out, but I think what I want to do is I want to add kind of this area here. Or did we want to... Did we just want to... Yeah, let's just do that area there. So we'll do that area. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're planting as well. All right, so let's do planting 3 and then... Yeah, let's do that. So let's go with that. This forager over here is doing... Please go with the roots, please. So I want to check that we just have a quick look at all of our foragers. This one needs to do roots as well. And we can upgrade this one down here. The cost for this... Oh, the upgrade cost does take... yeah, okay, fine. And this guy was what, saying it's out of clay. Oh! Raiders are approaching. I like it. I like it. Okay, well, we'll meet them in the field. So they're now coming from a different direction altogether. It's a completely different setup. And now maybe it's because of our...
It will be done.
Because of our lookout towers. Anyway, we will come and meet them. We will come and meet them. There's another trader. Let's quickly pop back to the traders quickly. There's so much happening. So much happening. Can't keep pace with it all. Trader 1, anything with Trader 1? No. So Atka, we can let you go quite comfortably in the next 2 days. And then, well, we can't do anything else really. And then over here, Ander will buy beer from us. But in reality, we'll keep the beer because it makes our people happy. And then Trader 3 is Lethros. Lethros will buy medicine from us at 15, which is a reduced price. And we can buy things like weapons and the likes. Barrels and so on. I guess not really. We're not going to sell any of these items to Lethros. Maybe cheese, but cheese? Maybe cheese? No, I'd rather keep the food for the time being. We don't need the money, right? That is, in a nutshell, the situation. We just don't need the money. Okay, we need to kind of meet these people. We want to meet these raiders. There we go. I want to keep an eye on this. Okay, let's continue to come and see what's going on over here. Excellent. Okay, now they're actually actively attacking. Okay, let's grab the next round. We've got some more people in here. We've got the fort, so let's grab this unit and move them up, please. And we'll bring in the archers as well. While at the same time, from behind, we're hopefully devastating these guys. Go attack these guys. Oh, hang on. Okay, so the village was properly raided this time. Raid size of 146, and we've killed 118 of them, and they've pillaged absolutely nothing. And I don't think any villagers was killed, so it's fine. We've managed to give them quite a bit of grief here, right? So we've managed to ransack those. Let's bring up these guys, and we'll close them out
at once.
We'll devastate them. Excellent. So we really routed them properly. I don't think we lost anybody. So let's just give those guys a go home and get these guys to go home and get these guys to go home. And that was a proper, we took a proper fight there, right? Hopefully that's now a proper raid that's going to stand the test of time. Now, this guy, did I want to... Look at all the cheese that's now available. I like it. I like it. But I'm not going to sell the cheese. Yeah, and I guess that's what we were talking about. Not selling the cheese at the moment because it's just not worth it, really. And we don't want to build the guild hall right now because we're trying to save up on the bricks. So we had a few upgrades that's costing us. So we're just not going to do anything that's going to cost us bricks right now. But we do want to build the guild hall. If I look at fertility, fertility is slowly... popping up in this area. So if I quickly have a look at this guy, yeah, this guy is, yeah, so fertility should slowly be improving fertility in this area. And hopefully that gives us quite a good yield on a lot of these things. But I'm kind of guessing we need to expand our fields a little bit more, potentially right over here. Actually, let's start building the fields straight away. So if we go food production fields, if we started there, yeah, understand. Now, people have been telling me I should use that area, right? And then move them over. And maybe that's what we should do. So let's just get the chicken coops and we move their grazing area. So let's set the grazing area for the chicken coop. over here. And then this chicken coop will move their grazing area right next to it like so. And then we'll grab this guy and we'll move its grazing area like that. And then we'll get the cow barn. Where's the cow barn? I'm sure we had a cow barn. There we go, cow barn. Oh, sorry, not cow barn, the goat barn. And we'll move its grazing area right over there. So hopefully with all of them grazing this area. So now we're moving them all over. And then what we can actually do is now let's maybe do as people have been saying in the... Actually, maybe this field, let's forget about... So if we did this, right? If we did that as the field, and then we click the... Oh, we need to... Fine. Let's get the field built. That'll be nice and good there. We've got a drought. Luckily, we've got the drought stuff. Helpful. Can you please? Yeah, sort it out. Perfect. We've got a drought, so hopefully the drought improvement stats or kind of upgrades is going to be useful and in our favor. So that's good. If we come on over here, we've finished this road. There's lots of clay down here. We are slowly trying to build up all of this area, which is good. This guy can hunt the area. Right, you can hunt whatever you can find in this area. Is this a fishing? It's a fishing shack. Okay, fine. We'll move the fishing shack. It's obviously a bit of a mistake there to have a fishing shack like that. So let's just pop the fishing shack in over there, move it, and then at least it can do its fishing over here. What I wanted to build was a forager's shack. So let's just build a forager's shack as well, and we'll move as required those items. So that, I think, concludes our wall construction. Last little bits and pieces popping in there. Excellent. This guy has got some roots going on. Hopefully that will generate some medicine for us. Can we actually identify roots at all? I don't think we can. It's not an option for us to identify roots. Villager died of old age. Okay. So this is, we're building the field here. I don't think the field in this area is going to be a problem. So what I might also do at the same time is, do we build an extra cow barn? Right, I'm kind of thinking we do. They generate quite a bit of, yeah, so let's build an extra cow barn at the same time. I think this is a good way for us to continue this production. The barn. Oh, it's just the barn, right? A goat. It's called the other one is called a goat barn. So it's not necessarily called a cow barn. Okay, but we'll do that nonetheless. So we'll pop this one in. Maybe on this side. It's another work area. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. We'll pop it in there. Another work area is empty, but I think we've sorted that really. So we'll continue to mow down some trees over here. Got some hunters doing their thing. Got some rats. And yeah, the only other thing that I was kind of wondering is, do we have any other towers, right? So if I click this tower, for instance, right? And we scroll around, am I missing one? I don't think I've ever had many towers, right? I think three was always kind of the number, right? If we go around here, we can see, oh, there's still one over here. So what I'm going to grab is I'm going to grab this tower, and we're going to move that tower up to that corner area over here, right? Actually, whether we need it, because we've got the hunter over here, so maybe what we'll do instead is we'll kind of pop it up in a bit of an area up here, right? Is there a bit of a hill that we can make use of. Well, it's a little bit too far that way, right? I'd rather do it maybe nice and central over here. Or even... Yeah, I guess that's going to have to do, right? So let's pop one, let's move that one up here. So at least have like lookout towers in kind of all different directions. And maybe that helps a little bit with the spawning of these guys. Anyway, heading back into winter straight away. Okay, this is now concluding its construction activities here. Seeking shelter. We're still waiting on a few more ingots, and then hopefully that's gonna do the trick. In reality, we would have also built something over here, right? Have people working there. Okay, let's quickly... sorry, let me pause it just for a second while we quickly sort out what this is supposed to look like. So let us run... Let us run another path like that. And, oh, actually, we could run it out this way as well. Okay, that's good. We'll do that. Okay, so now we've got paths coming in from all different angles. And what we do need to add here is we do need to add some shelter areas. So let's do a shelter. Yeah, we've got an autosave going on. So we'll build a shelter here. We will need, from a resources perspective, we will need a well. So pop a well in there, and we will need a storage facility, please. Okay, we'll do that one there. That's going to be okay. Is there anything else we wanted to build in this area? I think we built... Ah, okay, fine. So please... Let's go up here a little, and we'll drop that one. So that if you're not going to do that anymore, that's okay. We can just continue to forest like this. I think that should be all good, really, in terms of all of these things. Clay is looking good, but we need potentially, you know what? I think potentially we need an extra brickyard, right? So let's bring an extra brickyard into this area right here. So give me, from a resources perspective, another brickyard, please. We can't upgrade the brickyard, right? It just is what it is. Fine. Let's get ourselves another brickyard. We're auto-saving again. Why is this too steep for a brickyard? Oh, it does work on that side, though. Let's get an extra brickyard in there. I don't mind it. It's going to take... Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind those items. That's enough stuff there. Do we have a well in this area? Maybe we need a well here. Let's go... Oh, now the knowledge generator. I'm going to have a quick look at that. If we add a well... right over here, at least if some of this catches fire, we'll be able to sort it out. Let's get that knowledge going. Okay, so now with these two going, the next thing we have is 20% yield of grain crops, which I kind of like. So we will go ahead and grab that one and confirm that. So let's quickly have a look. So that's giving us pretty good, solid production all over. What is this? More resources gathered per forage source. So I guess we can do that a little bit and get a little bit more out of it. And especially for the roots, that might be quite useful to go down that path a little bit. Health of all buildings. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of little backfill things that we can do. But I think the big ticket items they're all in place. And we're in good shape. I wanted to have a quick look. If we go back, let's try and deal with our rats a little bit over here. Fine. And if we go back into our items here, I just wanted to see. So from an ingots perspective, we've got 19 ingots. The thing is, right, for the moment, for the time being, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to stop production of the armory, right? So what I will do is let us... How much tools do we have? Tools will drop really quickly. So I guess what I want to do is let's go in here. Let's grab this one. So this one is only doing... So I think this one we can't stop, right? But the other one, which is doing all the weaponry, I think this one we conclude. So let's quickly stop the production over here for a while so we can gather some more ingots. It will still continue with the tool production, which we obviously need, but we've got a healthy supply of weapons, man. We can restock our entire garrison of guys, and we don't really need... Yeah, so let's switch that one. We'll just switch that one off for a while and see if that helps us generate a little bit more on the ingot side of things. That is good. I just want to get us to this this next tier here. But I guess that's going to be the end of the year, and we're probably going to want to end the episode. Yeah, so year 51, we've ended it there. That's pretty good. What is this? This is a forager shack. Still want to upgrade at some point. I'm not sure this is the best place to be foraging, to be honest. We've kind of the urban environment has caught up to it. Guys, okay, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. We're through another year. We've survived a reasonably sized attack. Is this not finished? Let's quickly just have a look. Defenses. Okay, so let's make sure to just conclude that fence item there. And I guess this means most of our things is pretty good. Did we finish the barn? No, the barn is still under construction. We want to do some more of this stuff to see if we can help. And then slowly we should see slightly improved fertility in this location. That's good. And we can do a couple of fields here, maybe surround a few more fields out on the edges there. We've got a lot of room for expansion. Actually, while we have this here, we'll quickly try and... quickly try and do that, so at least we've got a little bit of path, and we can, yeah, so at least we got a lot of room for industrial expansion in this area. Okay, predators are attacking. I'm not going to deal with that right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments down below. I do enjoy reading them. Thank you so much. Bye bye.